This is the Scalper's Gold update for January 26th. Just wanted to take you quickly through some of the trades in the different markets here. These are all, I think, I'm going to be showing the 1-minute charts anyway. This is the Russell, and well, here was the open. This bar here got our first signal at 444.30. You can see the trend, our filter. Here was neutral to blue, which is long, and it means that we can take long signals on either neutral or long trend. So this made for a nice trade there, 444.30. This went for just about 10 points to this peak here. Usually if you can capture 10 points in the Russell, you can end your day. That's a nice move there in the Russell. Worst case, you took your stop here, as the Scalper's Gold generated a stop for you there. It wouldn't be a signal to short because the trend is still long. So it's just simply a stop there. I think it was about 5 points there. And you got a new long at 451.70. And that went to a high peak here of 457.20. So almost another 6 points there anyway, and could have ended your day on those two trades alone right there in the Russell. So nice trading in the Russell. Just take a look at the YM. Okay, here was the opening bar in the YM. Trend is long, so we're ignoring any shorts. Did our first long there at actually 80.41, and it got to a high there of 80.98. So not quite 60 points there before it pulled back. You got a stop there. So worst case there, I think it took about 30 points. Wasn't a short signal, just a stop because the trend is still long. And then re-entry here. Let's see, which captured another few points there. Another third entry there at 81. Looks like 81.49. That went to about 81.64. Actually went to a high here of 81.82. So that gave you 30 points. So between the three trades there, accumulated 100 points on three trades there. Usually that's our auto gain in the YM. If you can accumulate or on one trade get 100 points, then it's okay to call it a day there. So that was the YM. Let's check the DAX. Okay, here was the New York Open. Is where the DAX was when the New York Open happened. And usually like to wait a couple of minutes before we get into anything. So the first trade was the long here at 42.48 area. Trend was neutral to long, so it was okay to take that. And you can see this one had a nice move here from 42.48 up to the peak here, 42.99. So almost 50 points in there in that one single move. And anytime you can get 20 to 30 points in the DAX is great. You get a 50 pointer, and that's just monstrous. But even if you held till you get stopped here, again, it wasn't a short, it's just a stop on this long here. And then you got a new long here, that 42.90, and that one didn't actually get stopped out until here, 43.66, for better than 70 plus almost 80 points on this move in the DAX. So in fact, I can go over this trade a little bit here. 42.90 was the entry. Trend was long, so it's okay to take the long. This first red dot here. So here's the long entry. Your first red dot here is your first stop. You can see the market didn't come down and hit that. You got another stop here. Again, the market never came down and hit that. Came all the way up and then fell back, and we finally got our final stop on that 43.66 area. Again, these numbers are all printed ahead of the market in real time, so these are the numbers that you act on. So huge day there in the DAX. Like I said in a prior video, that the European markets have been just absolutely fantastic, whereas our U.S. indices have been a little more choppy. These European markets off the New York Open have been some great moves, and Euro stocks is similar to this DAX. I won't show that, but it's similar to this DAX chart here. And finally, we'll take a peek at RIM. Okay, here's the stock RIM. Again, this is a 1-minute Scalper's Gold chart here, and here was the open. Actually, here was 8:29 Central Time, a minute before the New York Open. And once this bar was complete, this short sell at 52.41 came out. You can see RIM opened here, came down, had a nice sell-off there, and this got down right here, down to 51.89 from the short at 52.41. So about 50 cents right there off the open. But if you continue to hold the trade, you can see the trend was blue to neutral at the time, so it's okay to take the short. But if you did continue to hold the trade, you can see it did pull back close to the entry. You get your first stop here, this blue dot here. Market didn't get up there, it sold off again, made a lower low, came back up. You got your next stop there at 52.22, that wasn't hit. Rolled over again, and finally came down to a low here of 51.03. So better than $1.30 gain from entry to low there. So very nice. You could have ended your day in RIM on that one trade right there. Futures. And finally, I'm just bringing in this is the Scalper's Gold 1-minute YM. It goes back to June of 08 to today, and you can see this is after commissions and slippage, and you can check the numbers here. Only wins about 40% of the time, but you can see the average win is about $510, where the average loss is only $262. And that's the 1-minute. Here's the 3-minute. The 3-minute, you're looking at average win of $905 with an average loss of $397. Again, wins about 40% of the time. Win-loss ratio better than 2.27, almost 2.3. Anyway, hope that helps. Gives you an idea of how the system works in these markets.